Hey guys, I'm Lillian, aka Stitching Me on Instagram and here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. I hope you find something of interest. Today is the 2nd of July 2021 and today is not going to be a regular Flosstube update. Today is going to be a mid-year WIP parade. So very exciting. I did not have a lot of time to prepare for this. I literally just saw a mid-year WIP parade uploaded to YouTube. I think it was by Alma yesterday evening. And I was like, wait a minute, I was going to do one of those and I totally forgot. So here I am 1 day late, but you know, it's fine. The only difference is like 400 stitches on Waterhole Master, but over the entire year that's not that much. So okay, we are doing a mid-year WIP parade. I did try and get kinda organized in 15 minutes. And I decided to make this very, well, not complicated, but extensive and detailed. So I'm going to tell you basically everything that I can think of as for information on all the charts, but also so more than I usually tell you. And also I'm going to go over my thread organizations and my tracking systems and all that kind of jazz. And then at the end of the video I will also ask a lot of questions, I have a couple of questions for you guys that are about my channel and things that I'm kind of worried about and I want some advice on. And I also would like to have some feedback, whereas some possible new starts, but also feedback on improving my channel. And yeah, so we are going over that in the end of the video. So first of all, we are going over my cross-stitching WIPs. That will include both the ones that have a goal for this year as well as the ones that don't have a goal for this year. I will not go over finishes, by the way, because I basically gave them all away. So I don't really have finishes to show you. So it's only going to be WIPs. And after that I will go into my knitting and crochet WIPs. And one that is kitted up, but not yet a WIP, but hopefully this week will be a WIP. Get into that later. After that I will get into showing you my master set. That is not complete yet, but I already call it my master set because it sounds fancy. And my tracking systems, and lastly the questions. So let's hope I don't forget anything. If I do, I have no idea how I will correct it, but maybe I will like put it in the description box or something. Okay. Oh, and if I do miss anything, maybe not even on purpose or like accidentally, but I didn't even think of telling you guys this. Any questions, that's what I'm trying to say. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. As for like where I got a pattern or whatever, you can just ask me and I will answer as quickly as possible. Okay, so that being said, one of my longest intros yet. Let's get into it. Okay. Oh, I forgot to check. Okay, so I'm going to do this in chronological order, and therefore I need to check first. Yeah, okay, so I had that right. First of all, tiger. There is a lot of stuff on the chair next to me. Okay. Tiger. Can I see when I started this? Again, not prepared at all. No, but I do know I have started this in January of 2021. So I guess this was my new year, new start. Not really sure though. Might not have been. I don't think so. But in January 2021. So I've been working on this, or 2020. So I've been working on this for 1.5 years. Oh, that's a long time. I need to make this a focus project for next year, perhaps. But this is Tiger. I got this chart on Etsy. I'm stitching it on 28 count Jobelin 2/2 full cross, called for DMCs. I do not recall how many colors it has, but it was somewhere around 90. Yeah, I will first tell you all the other stuff. So when I first got it, I did not have Pattern Keeper, and I printed out the entire pattern. So this is like, what, 30 pages or something? Yeah, 30 pages of pattern that I printed out, but I only used like the first 6 or something. And then I switched to Pattern Keeper. And on Pattern Keeper, I am now, okay, so the entire chart is 41,231 stitches. And I have now done 15,803 stitches. And that gets me up to 38.33%. 33%. So I will definitely hit the 40% mark this year. Okay, I did not prepare. Am I doing the thread organization first? No, I will show you. I will just show you the piece. So, this is Tiger. Okay. Yes, I did take this out of the Q-snap for you. Where do I start? Okay, so last WIP parade. So in the beginning of January, 1st of January, I had done the top row. And when I started doing this, I just basically went left to right, like I thought I was supposed to stitch. And then I figured out, well, maybe that at least appeals to me. I can randomize pages, so I'm doing that on both Tiger and Twilight Bridge that I will show you in a second. So what I'm doing after I finished this first row, I am now saying like, okay, so this is page 1, that's page 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I just randomize once I finish my last page, and whatever number comes up, that's the page that I'm going to be stitching next. So this is how far I am, and last time you saw this, I had again top row done, these 2 pages done, which were randomized. Then I got into the eye, the middle page, and okay, so what I had done, I was just starting on this page. So I completed that one, and I am now almost done with this one. Now, if you can see that, that is that eye and that part of this leaf and kind of the nose. So that is where I'm at. Now my goal for this year is to finish 3 pages or 6,000 stitches. That is the same if I'm doing full pages, but yeah, it's not full coverage on the edges. So if it would have chosen, since I'm randomizing the pages, if it would have chosen like the outer pages, then I would probably be like, okay, let's do 4 pages or so and complete 6,000 stitches. But so far it has only picked full coverage pages, and I am up with my goal, catched up with my goal, so I have done 1.5 pages basically, and like 3,000 stitches. Okay, anything else? Oh yeah, so the way that I'm stitching on this within the pages is semi-cross country. So I'm within the first block, that one. Within the first block I will, so I'm going with the blocks, left to right, top to bottom, and then within the block I am stitching or picking the first color, left to right, top to bottom, and I'm stitching that thread until there are no symbols left or the thread runs out, and then I pick the next symbol. And that's how I'm stitching on this. And I do feather into the next pages to prevent page lines. Okay. Is that everything? No, that's not everything, because I'm doing everything today, literally everything. So what I'm left with is my thread organization for Tiger. This is going to be a long video. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I like long videos, so I guess it's okay. These are my floss cards for Tiger. And when I started this, I thought it was going to be nice to have them all organized by color family. So they are kind of organized like that. And what I'm doing is, okay, so how I made these is I put on the symbol with the number, and then I just loop them around like this. So I put one length of DMC with 6 strands on there, and when I have to take a thread but I can't finish it because the symbols are running out, then I just put it on back on. If it is long enough though, I will put it back on like this next to it. Yeah, so that is how I'm working on this. I am debating to stop restocking this so that I can just start working from my master set, so that so basically, let's say there's one strand on here left. Once I use this, I am not going to refill this, and once I need to grab some more, I will just go to my master set for that from now on. Because I kind of want to get rid of these, but I don't want to take the time to empty the floss cards. I'll just continue like this. Okay. That's one down, 3 to go. 3 stitching WIPs, anyway. So next up is Twilight Bridge. Okay, so this is a Dimensions Gold Collection kit. Sorry for the glare. I'm using everything that came with the kit. So 18 count Ada and the non-branded flosses. I am stitching this from, it comes of course with a paper pattern, anyone would probably know that. So you get these kind of papery but thick paper, so almost cardboard patterns with the symbols and stuff. I'm not showing you the pattern, so 2 of those. And what I do is okay, for this I need to show you the WIP first. Okay, I did take this out of the hoop too. So this is where I'm up to. Oh, I don't know where to start. There's so much to tell you. Okay, so stitching this in diagonals. My goal for this year is to finish this page. Only this page. And when I started in January, I had these 2 done and I had not started on this page. So all of this is new. Anything else? Okay, so what do I tell you? Again, randomizing the pages. So far it is staggering like normal. Okay, yeah, so these pages were not like given on the chart. You get 2 like giant pages, and I made them into my own pages to fit the hoop. So it is 4 pages across and then 3 pages down. So that is what I'm doing with that. And every time that I start a new page, I what do you call it? I like copy from afar the page chart so that I can mark it off on a working copy. And so that is how I'm working with that. I am parking with this both into the next page as well as into the next diagonal. And I am feathering like that. So I'm not like loosely feathering, I am strictly feathering, doing this zigzag method where I'm doing one stitch on the grid, one stitch in the next page, one stitch on the grid, one stitch within this page, and going on like that. Okay. I feel like I am being so messed up and not clear, but I'm trying my best, you guys. Okay. Now, thread organization is very complicated with this, these kits, but it works for me. So they come on these cards and they are like stuck in between. And what I do is when I so what I do is I just I snip off one of the strands that I need. So not the entire thing, but one of the 6 strands that are on here. And I, oh, how do I explain this? Okay, so everything that's in here are still the complete strands. So there are 6 strands in each thread in here. Now these are the ones that are no longer complete. And if I have to snip off a thread that is still very long but I can't complete, I am putting it back on here like that. I know it looks very messy, but for me it works. And with my blended threads, at least that is how it started, I am making this kind of floss card on the side of my working copy. So those are the symbols with the threads, but as you can see, some of these are not blended threads yet anymore, so I am kind of using this for both the blended threads but also the non-blended threads, leftover stuff. Okay, I hope that did not freak you out too much. Because it is very messy, but for me it works, so it's fine. Okay, so with Twilight Bridge I'm not using Pattern Keeper, so I cannot tell you a percentage or anything like that. I did go over that, yes. So, next up is Waterhole Master. And how long am I filming for now so far? Okay. This is taking a lot of time, but Waterhole Master. This was my first Heaven and Earth Designs. So, Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by David Penfound. So that is the chart. Okay. I am stitching this on 28 count, easy count Swigart fabric, 2/1 10 stitch. And I'm doing extreme cross country, doing all the black first. I'm hoping you can see it all. Yes, you can see it all. Okay, so what I had done at the beginning of the year was only like first page down, so that width, and like halfway through the elephant. So this, basically, that part. And the rest of it is all new. And what I did with this is I made sure that before the new year started, I stitched until there were exactly 21,000 stitches left of 310 in the piece. So I was like, on New Year's Eve, I was like stitching away at this, trying to get it done before 12 o'clock. But yeah, so I am doing exactly 21,000 stitches in this for this year. And I am trying to finish all the black before the end of the year. So that's my goal. I am catched up with my goal. And so, okay, there are 258,125 stitches in this piece. And I have done up to now 13,851 stitches. And that brings me to 5.37% complete. So basically, if I can do 5% each half year, it would take me only 10 years to complete, or only 10 years. Because at first I thought it was going to take me 13 years. So 10 is better. Okay. So that is that. Okay, what else do I need to tell you? So as for thread organization, I am just working from my master set. I don't have floss cards or anything for this. I think that's it for Waterhole Master. Okay, the video got cut off again. So I will try and like take off the last part so that it's more logical to work with. But okay, I got to Spring Queen. This is Spring Queen, artwork by Bridget. Oh, come on. It is chartered by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's artwork by Bridget Ashwood. This is my largest WIP. Okay. I did not have a goal for this, or I still don't, because I started this. Oh, I did not tell you when I started everything. Okay, so Tiger, you know. Then Twilight Bridge I started somewhere in March 2020. And Waterhole Master I started on the 10th of December. It was my birthday new start. And Spring Queen I started on the 8th of the 5th. So the 5th is January, February, March, April, May. So the 8th of May 2021. Oh yeah, it was in Mania, of course. So this is Spring Queen. No goal for her. The fabric is huge though. Like I cannot show you the entire piece, I think. But I do have a little bit left over on, like underneath. But okay, I'm not taking it off yet. And this is where I'm at with it. For my start, I only did 101 stitches. This is also 28 count Zweigart Easy Count fabric. And I have done 101 stitches so far. These are 8 shades of brown. Yeah, okay. So I'm really excited to keep working on this, but yeah. So since I don't have a goal, and I will explain my system a little bit later, I am not going to, I am not stitching on this a lot because it's not like a focus piece. So I'm really looking forward to being able to stitch on that again. What else can I tell you? Yeah, so the total stitch count is 377,850 stitches. And I have done 101, so that's literally only 0.03% complete. But I love her. I am definitely going to get a goal for her next year so that she can be worked on more. Okay. Those were... Oh, and thread organization is working for my master set, so nothing special. Okay. Tell you that. Yep. Okay. I think we are done with the stitching WIPs. So I will now get into my knitting and crochet WIPs, and that is not too much of a story. So first of all, months ago, I was knitting this sock, and it was first of all meant for my boyfriend at the time, who is now my ex, and there is hair in this. Okay, but it was turned out a bit too small, and I fitted it on my mom and it was fine. So I am now knitting this one. I knitted another one for him, and I am now knitted this one for my mom, and it still needs a second one. So I am going to be knitting a second one for my mom and hopefully have it done before winter starts. I mean, like, if I have all the time in the world, I can like finish one sock in 3 days, but yeah, not going to happen. I left these stitch markers on so that I know how long I made everything. Okay, so that is my mom's sock. No goal for that this year. Well, like no written down goal, but I would like again to finish the second sock before winter starts. Okay, then the blanket. Yeah, so I am knitting a blanket for Eileen, my best friend. Yeah. Okay, so what I am doing is, I think I don't have everything here. Maybe it is, okay. I have these colors, and I am using this to knit a blanket for Eileen. Okay, so I am knitting these mitered squares. It's very simple, but it's nice. Okay, and these are the ones that I have done so far. So the white and gray, gray and black, black and white, gray solid, white solid, white and pink and black. So what I'm going to do, if I can explain this well enough, so I'm going to have like a color for every column and a color or column and a color for every row. So let's say there's a color, let's say white for the top row and gray for the column on the left. Then you get white and gray in the corner, and if the color for the second row is also gray, you get gray solid block underneath. And then to the right of that, you let's say the second column is black, you get a white and black next to it, and then under there you get a black and gray. And that is how I'm going to make this blanket. Going to be a lot of work, but I do like making these. They all feel like tiny finishes, so that's nice. Okay, there's no goal for that. It will be finished sometime, and I am pretty sure we realized that we had our, of course there's no set date to our friendship, but we like set a anniversary date somewhere like last month, from when we went on a school trip together, and that's where we basically started getting close. So we have been close friends for 4 years now, and I don't think it's ever going to end. So I have plenty of time to finish that blanket. And if she does decide to run, Eileen, if you watch this, if you do decide to run, one, I will be mad, but second, I will keep the blanket. Okay, so that being said, yeah, so the sweater for my mom, which is not yet a WIP technically, but it is kitted up. I have 2 of these mega balls of acrylic yarn. Now I do know that acrylic yarn tends to get fuzzy soon-ish, but it was way cheaper. And it is going to be my first sweater, so I kind of also don't want to mess up with expensive yarn. So I'm going to use that to knit my mom a sweater. I do not have a picture of the pattern because I'm just using a pattern off of YouTube, but it has a like braid down the middle and then a V-neck, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to try and crochet her that. Anything else I need to tell you about that? Not really. I can't remember what size hook I'm using, but I will tell you when I start working on it. Okay. That went a lot quicker than my stitching whips. Now, next up. Those were all of my whips, by the way. So that basically was the whip parade. I am now going to show you my master set. That's going to be fairly quick, and then I will try and explain my entire tracking system and stuff. That might take a while. And then after that I have the questions for you guys still. And how long is this one going? Over 10 minutes. Okay, so that's still fine. Because my phone tends to break it up after like 33 minutes, so I then have to pause it and start a new video. I don't know why. It's crazy. Okay, my master set. I don't have one of these huge boxes yet. I do want to get one, like the double-sided things that you see. If you know which one, like on Amazon or whatever, fits an entire master set in a way that the bobbins fit too, so they don't like end up being diagonal in the box, let me know, please. Like maybe send me a link or whatever, because I have heard of people getting a box and being very excited, and then it turns out to be too small or the bobbins don't fit, and I don't want that to happen. So if you know, just let me know, please. Thank you. I for now have 2 boxes. One of them actually being a bobbin box, and one of them being a box that I got from my boyfriend's, when I still had a boyfriend, for my birthday, and he got like candles in there. But like those sections worked perfect for storing bobbins. Now, you probably understand that I kind of want to get rid of this box. So I'm using it now because I don't have anything else. And since I'm basically over it, I'm fine with using it. But once I get the master set box, I will get rid of this. This is what it's looking like. This is everything from 775. Oh, it's all DMC, by the way. 775 up to the end. It's not complete, like I said, but a lot is in here. And what I'm doing is, can I get a better example? Oh no, this is fine. Okay, so I am bobbinating first of all like this, and it's very neat. I bobbinate like crazy neat. It's insane. Please focus. Thank you. So like that, and once I get like, I have to snip off a length of which I then pull the strands, I bobbinate it in the other direction. And then if I have to put back a piece of a strand that was like too short to finish, or too long what am I trying to say? So if I am working with a strand and the symbols run out, so I have left over, I will put it back on again in the other direction over it. So that way I know the ones that is on top is the one that I need to work with first. Same goes for the other box. Please work, thank you. Same goes for the other box, but I am still bobbinating since I got my huge order of DMC when I started Spring Queen. Spring Queen is a max color, by the way. I forgot to tell you, but it has 238 colors. So these are still left to bobbinate. They are in the right spot. I did organize them in advance. And that's why the bobbins are in here, because I just, when I have like 5 minutes, I will grab one and I will bobbinate it. And since I am bobbinating like crazy neat, like these, that's crazy neat to me, I take like 4 to 5 minutes to finish one to bobbinate. And I had like 150 to bobbinate. Okay. So that is my master set. Okay, we are back. My phone decided to run out of memory. So this is the second cut in the video. I'm so sorry. So I just tried to get rid of all of the videos. I put them onto my laptop and I deleted them out of my bin, and now they are supposed to be gone and I have some room left over to make the rest of this video, or record the rest of this video. Okay, so I was at the point where I am going to tell you my tracking system, or explain, and I will try to make this as clear as I can and as logical as I can, but I don't know why my brain likes complicated systems. I don't know why, I just like them. So yeah, okay, I use a spinning wheel to pick my projects, and all of my WIPs are on there, or like pick my WIP for that day. So I spin it every day when I have time to stitch. So all of my WIPs are on there, both my cross stitch and my knitting, both the ones that have goals for this year set and the ones that don't have goals for this year set. Now for the ones that do have a goal, I have calculated how many stitches I need to do each day to reach the goal by the end of the year. And I write down in this little thingy how many stitches I have done. The WM stands for Waterhole Master. How many stitches I have done for that day, and then how many stitches I have done for total that month. Now this is not the total that I've done for the month, and it's hard to explain. I'm just not going to explain that. Just ignore the total thing. That's something for me myself. Okay. So I write down how many stitches I have done, and I write down what I am up to now. So up to what date, and if there's no month on behind it, it means it's the date from the month that we are in. So this is done, Waterhole Master is currently done up to the 10th of July. Okay. And I also write down what I've done on the ones that don't have a goal. And that's for my tracking systems. I have other planners that I will show you in a second. Now, so the ones that do have a goal are the ones that are in the wheel. So first of all, the wheel has all the WIPs, but you can turn off whatever you want. And for the ones with a goal, if I am not ahead of myself with 5 days or more, it is still in the wheel. Otherwise, I will take it out. And if it is taken out and all of the ones with a goal are taken out. Oh, this is so hard to explain. I've tried to explain this to you so many times. Okay, so if I'm behind on my system with the ones that have a goal, there are no WIPs in the wheel with without a goal. So the ones with a goal are my focus pieces and the goals are priority. Only when I am 5 days or more ahead of myself on the ones with a goal, everything gets back into the wheel. And that's the point that I am up to currently. So everything gets back into the wheel, both the ones with the goal and the ones without the goal. And then the ones without the goal finally get a chance to be worked on. So that's the system that I'm using to pick what I'm working on every day. And then I note what I've done in here. Now this translates into my bullet journal. Now my bullet journal I use for everything in my life, but I am only going to show you the stitching part. I have a Archer and Olive bullet journal, and I still keep it in the box because it's fancy and I like the looks of it and it keeps it clean and neat and stuff. This is my bullet journal. My stitching tracker only has one page dedicated to it in the front of the bullet journal. And that is this schedule. Now, so these are all the WIPs that I'm working on or have worked on this year. These are the months, and I have the total per month down here and the total per WIP for the year in here, so that in the end of the year I can total them down here and I can base my goals for next year off of that number. So I am writing down everything that I'm doing per month, and these are these numbers I get by totaling them up from this one. So that is how I track the numbers. And then just for fun, I also have another notebook that I use for visual stuff. Let's see. That is just this thingy. So what I do with this is I outline the pattern. These are finished. And each block is a 10 by 10 square on the pattern. And I color, depending on the size of the pattern, these ones were small enough that I would use one color per week. So these are week numbers. And I will note like what part I have finished each week. And that's just for fun. This has nothing to do with my goals or whatever. It's just fun. So for example, this is Twilight Bridge. And I've also done the page lines in here that I made up myself. And this one is with the monthly thingies. And I've done that for every single WIP, and I will show you the ones that still are a WIP. So that was Twilight Bridge, and then here you have Tiger. And oh, and when I have only 6 colors to use. So once I have used 6 colors, I will start over and I will start adding a dot in the middle. So I know this green was April, so let's just say April, yeah. April 2020. And this green was last month, so June 2021. For Waterhole Master, I still wanted to include it in this tracker because it's one of my favorites ever, because it's a Heaven and Earth designs. I'm in love with Heaven and Earth. But of course I am not completing blocks, I am completing colors. So with this I am writing down how many stitches I've done for the month and how many stitches of that were in what color. So far it's only 310 and my percentage and stuff. And then for Spring Queen, this is only half of the pattern because she is huge and it's sideways. And I have marked off my first block that I completed, and on the back of it I have my tracking because she is huge. Okay, so that is my entire tracking system that I wanted to show you guys. Okay. That went a lot smoother than I was anticipating it to be, but still confusing maybe. If you do have questions, please let me know. I will try again to make it even clearer than I have managed to do just now. Yeah, so lastly, the questions. See, I always, even though this is a hobby channel, I am only doing this for fun, and I'm only doing this to be part of the community, and I like the way we all treat each other, and that is why I wanted to be a part of this. I'm not doing this for views or likes or whatever, but I am always trying to make this a nice channel and something that people would like to watch. So and always try to improve on my channel. So the first questions that I have for you are branding related, because I have been kind of struggling with, since I've introduced my branding to my channel, that I'm very proud of, and I feel so professional having branding on my channel. But my views and my views basically have gone down, and I think that's because of the thumbnail, because now I have a thumbnail with only my logo, and that is making my channel look more professional in my opinion. But it's also taking away the picture that you usually saw of me or a project from the video, so that maybe like gives you an idea of what you can expect from watching the video. So I think that maybe my views have gone down because of the thumbnail. So please let me know what you think of that thumbnail. Like, maybe should I stop using it? I really like it, but if that's not what you guys would like to see, then I will stop using it. It would be a shame though. Yeah, so that's one thing that has been on my mind. But also, oh yeah, so a friend of mine, Laura, the colorful stitching girl, both on Instagram and here on YouTube. I will link everyone I talk about down below. I will try at least. She's amazing. She is doing a lot of full coverage, so go check her out. But she mentioned that my intro has way louder music, like volume-wise, compared to the rest of my video, and she's so right. And that's something that I always found really annoying in other Flosstube channels, and now I'm doing it myself. But yeah, so if you know how I can fix that, because I have no idea. I don't have an editing program. I'm just using the standard functions on my laptop to put stuff together, and that's it. But if you know how to like fix that, help. Please let me know, because I don't. I find it very annoying myself, so I don't want to put you guys up with it. So yeah, if you can help me out with that, it would be really nice. So the other question that I have is basically, I have finished a lot of small stuff. So I now don't have a lot of WIPs anymore, especially stitching WIPs. So I was thinking, like, if you have any ideas for new starts, let me know, like, enable me. And so I've been like thinking of course I want to do new starts, like Heaven and Earth new starts, but I also want to be realistic and be able to finish what I start in my lifetime. So I kind of made this rule for myself that I would only start one Heaven and Earth design per year. Maybe we can like make it one each 6 months. Oh, I'm going down a rabbit hole already. But yeah, so let me know what you think about that. But if I'm not stitching, I'm not starting another Heaven and Earth Designs. Like, what am I going to start? Because I've been looking at like the rainbow band samplers. I've been looking at Pandemic, but I just missed the moment where it was for free. When they first, I think it was Long Dog. Is it Long Dog? Long Dog samplers? When they first released Pandemic, it was free for like 2 weeks, if I remember correctly. But I missed it, so I don't have the pattern, and it is expensive. So, and I also don't really know for sure that I really like it. Yeah, I don't really know. So if you can think of anything, preferably small ones, because those are quicker to complete, and I don't really have any small things left. Let me know if you think like that's totally you, like that pattern is totally Lillian, let's stitch that. Okay, so let me know, and I will see if what I do, because I do want to have a variety of WIPs to show you. Okay, so that's the new start thing. Lastly, if you have any feedback on my channel, on my language, on my stitching, on my whatever, if on stuff you would like to see on the channel. By the way, I am saving up to buy a phone stand so that I can record Stitch With Me's, which I'm really excited for. Anything private information, like you can always ask, like maybe I'm not willing to share it with you, but you can always ask me, and any feedback, just tell me what you would like to see improved on the channel on any topic down in the comments, or you can reach me on Instagram, of course, if you want it to be a private message. So that was basically everything that I had to tell you. I think this is going to be my longest video on the channel. Oh, I made the living room a mess. I hope I can clean it all up before my parents get home. Okay, so thank you for watching. Wow, I'm so tired. My brain just switched off. I don't even remember my outro. It was something like, stay safe, stay healthy. Happy stitching. Bye guys.